Hi all, welcome to our channel called Tech Madness. So today we are starting with new series called Flutter Interview Questions. So nowadays there are so many interviews are happening around the world which is related to Flutter. So we have decided to come up with this series so that we can help people to go for their interviews and crack those. So today we will look into one of the important thing where we required to combine the streams and we can perform it synchronously. So for that one class is there which will help us to combine the streams. So for that the class name is stream q. So for that we have one library called async, and inside async there are so many operations which we can perform in asynchronous way. So there are two things. The first is the stream queue. We can read that definition. So the stream queue class allows us to stream to be consumed event by event rather than being pushed whichever events as soon as they arrive. So by definition of that means this can be performed synchronously, not by any abrupt situation. And for that we will also see that how we can use the stream group. The stream group basically means collection of your streams, which those are the normal streams which you might create sometime. So for that you have to add the dependency here in this section. So I have already added that dependency here. Okay, so now we will create the some sample application for it. So first of all, create the one stateful widget. So I will create like stateful widget. I will give name as a home page and will assign this name here, and we'll replace this container as a scaffold and will assign the app bar with title, and we'll give the title name as stream q example. So let's rerun it. Oh, what is this? Okay, again run it. So now you can see that our stateful widget is now appeared here with their title in the app bar, which is StreamQ example. So now we will see here how we can create the simple stream. So before that we will create the one future method which will have some kind of delay in seconds. So we will create method like future string get data. So basically here we want to get the data, and before that we will wait for the some time. So here I will add await future dot delayed and delayed for some seconds. So here I have to pass seconds, or you can say that duration, and I will assign this duration here only. So it is giving me error because this method should be async, as it is performing the asynchronous operation, guys, remember it. So we should return something, as we are returning something from this data, this method. So I will give some string, any random string you can give this here. This is a test data for duration, print this duration so that we can recognize. So now create some samples streams. So stream will have string data, and we will give assign name for now stream 1, and here stream dot from future, and here we can assign our get data, and here we will give 1 second. Okay, so this method is giving error which is saying only static members can be initialized. So here I have to give the static. Okay, so for that, this is how we create one simple string which will have the written data, this data inside the stream 1. So for the similar reason, I will create the couple of more streams. Will give separate name and with separate durations. On the first I give 1, for the second 5, and the 10. This will wait. The first stream will wait for the 1 second for the returning some kind of data. The second stream wait for 5 seconds to return the data. And the stream 3 will return after the 10 seconds. So now these are the 3 different streams. So we have to merge those streams so that we can perform it in queue. So I will merge those using stream group. Here we are having merge and it will accept the list. So here stream 1, stream 2, stream 3. So it is giving me again error. It is called why only static members can be initialized here at the top. Okay, so now I will create one simple you can say that the simple body. And inside it I will add the column. Column will have 2 childrens. First will be the text, where I will be showing you guys the output data, and the second one is that the button. From that button I will perform the stream operation. So I will give name like text, here fetch data, comma, and here I will assign the some value. Here I will declaring string underscore value with default title, or you can say default string, that will be the nothing, and will assigning here so that it cannot be thrown any null pointer exception. If you are not assigning this value here, or if you are declaring here just like that, this line will throw us the null pointer exception. So it is very important that you initialize some value in your string variable. So remember this question can be asked in your interview also. So now I will create the fetch data method. Fetch data method. So now I have the stream group. Now we will create the stream queue. Stream queue will accept the streams. The stream queue can accept any number of the stream, or we can directly add the stream 1 here, but okay, directly add the stream 1 here, but that doesn't make any sense because that will not perform any kind of queue operation, because that is just a simple string. But here we use the stream group which will have the 3 streams, means that can perform your operation in a queue, and the queue means first in first out. So always remember that the sequence which you added in the stream group, in that sequence only your stream queue will perform those operations. So how you will get those streams? For that you are having next method there. With this you will get, and this next is asynchronous operation. So I will show you here. If you click here, then you can see that it is returning some future value. So that's why I have added wait here. So I will assigning this value here called value, and we'll take this value here. So we can get this string here. So this is called as queue.next. So what will be the output of this here? This is the text data for duration 1, because we are calling the queue.next. So it will take your first string which you added in your subgroup. So again I will call this like this. So at this time you will get output like this is the test data for duration 10. Okay, so if you want to update your text here, how you can do that? For that you can perform the set operation. Inside that you can assign this local value into underscore local value. Similarly for this 3 also, and we can call this method from here. Okay, so let's see that how it works. Okay, so fetch data method button is here, and the default text which is nothing is here. So I am pressing the fetch data button. Okay, so there something is wrong. Again running it. Again just press it. Here you can see that the first one appears, the 5 appears, then the 10 appears. Again I am running it. So first of all, in the first run you can check that directly 10 is coming. That may be the some exception, or you can say that I previously run that, so that's why that stream is there. But now if I rerun it again, you can see that the fetch data will again giving us 10. Okay, let me rerun again. So that is taking the last value. Okay, it should work now. It should be hot restart. 1, 5, so and the 10. It will appear after 10 seconds. So this is how we perform the stream queue operation. So I hope you guys got this. We will come up with some more interview questions. So please stay tuned and subscribe our channel. Thank you all.